he made Gil move. That's all.
Oh, you saw.
Yeah. Get out of here!
This guy.
Thank you guys so much for coming to the show.
Alright, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
So tell me a little about yourselves. Like, I'd like to, when we have comedians, I'm fascinated with comedy to begin with. So I like to know, like, the backgrounds and, like, where you guys from originally, things like that.
You want to go first?
We were both
Tag team thing?
spawned from a slice of pizza.
Yeah. We're born conjoined twins.
When was the surgery?
Yesterday.
Oh, wow! This is their first night apart!
I'm from Camarillo, which is, it's like halfway between here and Santa Barbara.
Okay. Yeah. I'm from Salt Lake City, which
Ooh.
is not Camarillo.
So we both grew up with Mormons.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, my voice is kind of gone. So, yeah, I don't know. So it was boring, and now I'm here. It was more exciting to be
Did you
here.
say you both grew up Mormons?
We grew up with Mormons.
Oh, I was like, well, let's talk about that.
But did you ever go to a steak dance?
No.
What's a steak dinner?
Yeah, I want to hear all about
It's
this.
like a more like the
The
Mormons
stakes are like the Mormon like church. The Mormon.
The stakes.
Their congregation or whatever.
Still, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm just going to talk about the Mormon religion, and we're just going to. That's all we're talking about.
Neither of us are Mormon, so we
I know nothing.
These are Mormon experts.
I did have a kid in high school tried to convert me. I thought he had a crush on me, and then like the last day of high school, he was like, I need to tell you something. And he came over and he brought a Book of Mormon and was like, I think you should read this. I was like, God damn it!
Question. Did it work? Did you go out with him?
No, I didn't. I think he wanted me to convert and marry him. But
this is why you have to hook up with them before you have a conversation. You didn't leave that out.
That's fair. That's fair.
We could have floated. Look at it.
Floated?
Yeah, it's like supposed to be the loophole where you just like put your dick in but you don't move it.
Wait, is that what's
But you don't move it.
Wait,
how does that
For whom?
So
Yeah.
for God.
yeah, for you guys. Well, the pussy's the actual loophole, I guess. Hello.
Comedy. So what would you guys say your comedy influences are? Oh, just deep. I just got real deep. If you say my mother,
I think
I'm
Carol
gonna cry.
Burnett and Annie.
The musical
That's
Annie?
probably my biggest influence. I know for both of us.
Yeah, that's probably our biggest shared one.
Annie?
Yeah, we both really like Annie.
Miss Hannigan.
We
Not Cameron Diaz.
No, we both got real fired up about the Cameron Diaz
Yeah.
situation.
This sounds weird, but the Beastie Boys are a big comedy influence of mine.
Specifically, what part of the Beastie Boys is your favorite comedic part?
I think that they were always like goofy and very true to themselves and just like never took themselves too seriously. So I don't know.
Have you heard them interview? They really don't take anything
No, that's what I
seriously.
love about them. Yeah, they would always just fuck around and be kind of dumbasses. So, and friendship. So friendship was my inspiration. No, they're them. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really.
Yeah, I mean, like when I was a really little kid, I watched I Love Lucy a lot. That's really cliche. I don't know.
That's not cliche.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about the statue, which is disturbing as hell.
Oh,
The
yes.
statues. I wish it was cliche.
Yeah, it's just scary.
Yeah.
It was just ubiquitous and that everyone would see it everywhere and it would just become like, oh yeah, the statue, everyone knows.
The
what it is.
statue.
Yeah. Just capital T, capital S.
Yeah.
The statue. It looked like she had 2 lower jaws. I was like,
Yeah, it was disturbing. Also, but that was made years ago. I don't know why it was like in the news.
because of the internet.
Yeah.
Really?
Sometimes,
I thought
yeah.
it was recent.
No, sometimes like
No, it was made a long time ago, but for some reason now it's like.
I'll see stories sometimes that are like become like viral, and then you go click on them, and they were first posted like 5 years ago. Just some fucking person on Reddit posted it that
Just
day.
fell in love with the idea. So you're experts on Mormonism and I Love Lucy statues.
Yeah.
What else is in your repertoire?
I really love British comedy. I guess that's like a big influence for me. I really like how they make TV shows like the 6 episodes of like actually good TV and not just 1,000 episodes of shit. So I would like to go over there and make TV. That would be, if anybody here is rich. Got some BBC scouts tonight. Yeah, I don't know. I'm bad with that question.
I know,
Because,
I
like,
do.
you know who we would listen to a lot when I was growing up in the car and, like, road trips and stuff? Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah, Bill Cosby by himself for a long time.
Yes.
I was like, that's
That was
one
an
of my favorite
incredible
Cosby
album.
concerts of all
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but so there's that.
But are we allowed to say he's like? Do we have to retroactively be like, well, I never liked him anyway?
no, I mean, I did. I don't know what to do, you know?
I mean, you gotta.
It's hard to go back and be like, well, funny stuff's not funny. Like,
I know
Yeah,
that. I don't
it's
think I
funny,
would
right?
laugh. I don't know if I would laugh if I watched it again now, though. So
Right.
it's so funny to me.
Well, it's tainted now.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
that, I mean, that said, I still watch Seinfeld, even though Kramer.
Kramer, yeah.
Yeah, but he said something he didn't like.
He didn't like sexually assault.
Tons and tons of women.
Yeah.
Minor
Exactly.
differences.
Yeah, literal minors.
You heard it
A
first.
little.
Yeah, I know. Everybody. That's weird. A lot of my influences, because Bill Cosby, I love Patton Oswalt, but then we like had an internet fight, and
You and Patton Oswalt?
Yeah,
Who hasn't he had an internet
that is
fight
very
with,
true.
though?
Very true.
Yeah.
And so like all of the people I like loved, there's been like a weird.
Actual beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have an actual
Wait,
beef with Bill Cosby.
You run an indie show, correct? And he came to the show.
She didn't run the show.
Recording
She
it?
was.
I didn't run the
You were
show.
on it.
I didn't run the show. I was on it. He was mean to this woman. I wrote a thing. It was like, and it got whatever. But
Where do
It just-
people find it if they want to?
I deleted it because I was embarrassed. And if you want to go on his website and see what he says about me, he calls me a lot of mean names. So
Oh, we're done with Patton Oswalt. I immediately went back to Bill Cosby.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
I could be also.
Anyways.
We have beefs for a very different problem.
I thought it ended with him apologizing, saying I'm going to come do the show, and
No.
I completely misremembered that.
Glad you brought it up, Gil.
I don't care. Like I don't give a fuck about it anymore. But it is when people ask me what my influences are, I'm like, oh yeah, like they've all kind of been ruined. So
Oh.
I'm my own comedy influence.
Yeah. Listen to reruns of Lady to Lady.
Yeah. Oh God, no.
Oh.
We're both terrified of the podcast because we've talked about so many guys that we've like fucked on there, and I don't want to.
I'm like sure my boyfriend's mom listens to it, and
Oh,
I've
yeah.
definitely talked about queefing on it.
Oh yeah. There's lots of stuff. We're trying to get people to transcribe episodes right now to like know all this stuff because we've done a lot of episodes, and I was like, do not transcribe this whole thing.
No.
I don't need this in writing anywhere. For the love of God.
Yeah, that's like having you don't need a court stenographer there when you're having an orgy.
No. Yeah. It's,
At all. Although that would be
Squish.
I always want to have a party where you just give everyone drugs and hire a court stenographer. And the next
Really
morning you can
funny.
read what happened.
You read it back to them where they just go, oh, I'm sorry.
yeah. Only if they have to put in sounds.
They have to write weeping
one
sound.
Everyone in the party started queefing.
Then there was a clear float.
Yeah, what does floating sound like? Nothing.
That really happened.
Oh, my ribs.
Tell everybody about your podcast. What's, just details.
It's called Lady to Lady.
There we go.
And it's us and another co-host, Brandy Posey, who is out of town right now. And we bring on another female comic and we be funny, and that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah.
About it?
We
Hang
be
out.
funny.
Yeah. We got the funnies.
Yeah.
And we hang out. We play games. We play like
Yeah, we'll play like Fuck, Marry, Kill or
Never Have I Ever, like sleepover games.
And we have lady problems.
We're grown ups.
Yeah, we have lady problems that people write in and ask us for advice, which I don't know why, but it happens. And yeah, we give them. Most of the advice is like break up with him because that's what everyone is waiting to hear. But, yeah.
Sometimes it's like get highlights.
Get highlights? Yeah, get highlights or break
Either
up.
get highlights or break up with him.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's been going for a while, and we actually started in the theater next door. I don't know which side.
The complex?
Yeah, it was one of these. It used to be called the Little Modern. I think that
I
way.
think that's one.
Yeah.
And we started with a live show, and then we started the podcast. And I mean, now look at us. We're famous. Look at all of our fans.
So you guys are at like 119 podcasts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you keep that staying power? Chris and I had a podcast for like 12 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Great.
It's our fucking producer.
Yeah, our producer's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, he's the fourth lady, David Janov. He was the one who ran the Little Modern for like a year, and he does like everything. I hate to be all girly, but I literally know nothing. No, like don't know how to plug any wires in. So he does all that stuff, and then we talk.
We just show up.
Yeah, but he edits it. He puts it out. So like all that stuff's taken care of. So it allows us to just show up and like do the show and not worry about that shit.
Like, I imagine after 119 podcasts, though, content is very difficult to come up with.
No.
Or maybe is it like...
No, it's not. Like, we never run out of things to talk about. Like, we've been on the road for like...
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, it's fine. Like, we'll never
It's
run
just
out.
like, we just talk about like weird shit that happened to you that week or something, and then...
Yeah.
We round it out with like games and stuff. So sometimes there'll definitely be a thing where like,
Yeah.
but that's what's great about David. He cuts that out. It's dead air, just
Yeah,
gone.
guy
Yeah.
just cuts it out.
I'll be there for you always.